What's up guys, Adigo29 here, so I'm coming at you with some Pokemon Showdown battles. So today I kind of just wanted to let you guys know that I've sent my DS off to Germany, and I'm getting one of my friends over there, Stefan. He's going to give me a capture card, so my X and Y Wi-Fi battles in the future, they are going to be really good quality, and I'm going to be able to work on my commentary over 2 weeks before I get it back. So instead of doing iPad recordings, it's going to be really good quality, so that's good for everyone. So in the meantime, I'm going to do some Pokemon Showdown battles. Hopefully, have a few guest commentators if I can. Get some of my mates over, that'd be great. So I normally, my favourite team to run is Hyper Offence, so that's what I'm going to take you through today. So this first video is really just me telling you the team, and then we're going to get into a few battles and see how it goes. So normally I would actually lead off with this. This is my Klefki, I call it Lockdown. So basically, a lot of people run the dual screen set, but no, this Klefki is really just a trolling Klefki. It comes out, and if the opponent doesn't like its matchup against Klefki, it can switch out, and that's perfect for me, because normally my first play is getting up that sub. Once that sub is up, then I can just proceed to T-Wave and swagger anything that comes in, and T-Waving with this Klefki is going to be gold in this game, because Pokemon like Talonflame and Azumarill really benefit from everything else being slower than them, so they can just easily sweep like it's nobody's business. So also this means that any other Pokemon with Prankster is slowed down a bit, and it means that Talonflame can come in with its Gale Wings and just start doing some sweeping. So this Klefki is physically defensive, because I find that most of the leaders that we go up against are also going to be physically offensive. I haven't maxed out its speed, so if it goes up against another Klefki, it might get paralyzed first, but the hope is that even if it does get paralyzed, I go behind the sub, so then it can't actually inflict any status on me. So moving on, I then have my Azumarill. Now this is the Citrus Berry Belly Drum set. So it's shiny. It's called Scruffy. Reference Futurama because it's a janitor. Because I like to think that my Azumarill is just going to sweep these teams. So I decided to give it Waterfall over Superpower because Aqua Jet just isn't strong enough as a water stab to constantly use. I've given it a Jolly Nature so that it can easily outspeed a Rotom, and I've given it a bit of extra HP just to take a few hits. The preferred thing they say here is with HP, but honestly I think it's a lot better having that speed, because to be able to outspeed any Rotom that isn't Choice Scarfed and then getting off that Play Rough is going to be gold. So really, this guy, he isn't switched in for nothing. He has to come in under the right conditions. So if I've got a Pokemon that's paralyzed and Klefki's done some work on it, then I want to switch in Azumarill, and if he switches out, that's fine, because there's very little Pokemon that can really stop a Belly Drum Azumarill. So moving on, then I go to my Excalibur, my Aegislash. God, I wish in real life I actually had a shiny Aegislash. That'd be amazing. So this guy, he's a bit of a surprise packet. I run the mixed attacking set. Now I run it with a quiet nature because I want to be slower than other Aegislashes so that they can activate my weakness policy. And by doing that, then I could easily OHKO any Aegislash with a Shadow Ball and just proceed to really dick guys over by going back into Stance Change with my King Shield. I've got Shadow Sneak for priority killing and Sacred Sword just for perfect coverage. So I would normally, if I have like a threat of a Dark or Ghost or Fire type attack coming in, I can actually, if I'm confident enough, switch into my Aegislash to take the hit and then activate the weakness policy. And it's happened many times. Charizard's coming in doing Flare Blitzers. Aegislash can easily take the hit and then get the boost and then kill him with a Shadow Sneak. So moving on, this is my Mega Evolution. It's my Mega Lucario, which I call Goldberg, my favourite wrestler, and that's what Lucario just comes in and does. He just absolutely destroys. Timid nature, so he's as fast as he can be. Justified, I just gave it its hidden ability. Normally, it doesn't really matter what ability you give it. I just gave it just in case. I mean, it's really useless in this sense, and it doesn't really matter because when it Mega Evolves, it gets adaptability, which makes your stab moves go from 1.5 to 2. So it basically means that it's like a crit every time, which is amazing. So moveset, I did initially have Dark Pulse over Aura Sphere, but I found that Aura Sphere is a lot better. Vacuum Wave cannot be your only fighting stab. You need something stronger just to absolutely OHKO anything that doesn't resist it. If you can get off a Nasty Plot, Lucario can sweep entire teams, and so he is my main special attacker. He's pretty much my only special attacker, so I've got to make sure that I can keep him around for when I have any physical walls that I go up against. So, you know, if I see a Skarmory or anything like that, I really want to bring in Lucario just to break that wall down. So on to Chomper, which is my Scarf Chomp. I don't in real life actually have a rough skin one. I might rebreed the Garchomp that I have just so it gets rough skin. I currently have Sandvale, so I want to fix that up. So mine's a little bit different to the normal set. I think that Outrage is not a good move to have on Garchomp anymore, just because it's so easy for a Pokemon like a Azumarill to easily switch in while you're outraging and get a belly drum up, and then there's no real way to stop that. So I have actually opted to go with Poison Jab. So this is to kind of surprise people that think, oh, you know, he's a Garchomp. I feel confident switching a Fairy in on him. And so many times in the past, when I've been battling on Wi-Fi, people will switch in their Florges or their Sylveon in thinking that it could easily take this hit. But no, it gets absolutely annihilated by this Poison Jab. And so I think it's a really handy move. The rest are pretty mandatory. Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Stone Edge. Physical Scarf Spread, pretty classic. It's Adamant instead of Jolly because it already has enough speed to outspeed most of the Pokemon because it's got base 102 speed with the Choice Scarf. So with the Adamant, you get that extra attack boost, which is really important. So last Pokemon on this team is my Talonflame, Maverick. He is my classic Life Orb set with Gale Wings, fast physical sweeper. Got him with Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, Roost, and U-Turn. For a while, I was running Tailwind, just, you know, when he dies and he sets up for another Pokemon, but I found that Roost is a lot better to get his health back up. I don't have a spinner on my team, but with access to Roost, I really don't worry about Talonflame taking damage. And also, he comes in late anyway, so if he can get a couple of kills, then that's awesome. Sorry about that, it's my dog barking. Can't really do much about it. She's being a bit of a bitch lately. Anyway, so that's the team, and I think what we'll do now is just go into our first battle and just see how this team does. And you'll get to see maybe how I make my decisions when I battle. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. So, okay. Normally I like to lead off with the Klefki, and really the only thing that, oh god, I want to get rid of this. Only thing I have to fear is that Genesect on the lead. So I kinda... yeah, that Genesect is going to be a problem. I kind of want to go with Aegislash because I could take the Flamethrower if he wants to use it and then just go straight into a Shadow Ball. Or go into Talonflame just to scare him out into Rotom. Yeah, I'm going to go with Aegislash. There goes Gliscor. Okay. So, I know that he's going to go for the Protect. And so Klefki doesn't really do much from here. This is a tricky one because I know that, oh, he disconnected. Well, that's a shame. No, I don't want to forfeit. He just I'll just claim victory. He left, so why do I have 60 seconds to make my decision? Oh, it's him. I don't want him to reconnect. I'm already off to a bad start. Basically, I'm guessing what his Gliscor would have done is being like the classic poison heal, just gone straight for the Protect. And if he'd gone straight for the Protect, then he would activate his Toxic Orb. So really, my plan was to try and switch out to something. I don't really know what to switch out to. I was thinking maybe Klefki, because Klefki can take an Earthquake from a Gliscor, and he can't Toxic it. So maybe Gliscor would go for the substitute. But I could just swagger it before then, and if he's confused, he takes damage. I could then Foul Play to this Gliscor, which has like base 90 attack, I think, so it would be able to take it down pretty easily. And then once I break that sub, this Gliscor's really only got EQ to take me on with. So, yeah, great. I won that battle. Super duper. Let's just look for a real battle. I want to get one battle done in this video. For you guys, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have time, so I will load this battle up afterwards as just one of my showdown battles, so hopefully this team can show you how good it is. So this is Vidego29 signing out, and I'll be back with this video in the next one.